Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Welcome to your weekly, well, your daily, whatever we call it, daily sports reports. I'm going to play some Chaka Khan here to give respect to the great Diana Ross. Also, don't forget, rest in peace to Ray Stevenson, the Punisher, for those of you who don't know who he is. Respect to those souls and condolences to their families. As I ease you in today's report for boxing, for MMA, for English football, for German football, for Il Calcio. Oh, yes, you're in the right place for your report. Pull out your pen and papers, because I'm here today to make sure that you guys count your pounds this weekend. Proper. Let's enjoy the introduction. With Miss Chaka Khan, because I gotta be honest with my audience. I have never listened to a single record from Tina Turner, except for when Ike was trying to make sounds. Oh, no pun intended. It's a day of respect. We're not gonna go into that. My condolences to Ike Turner. You know you lost your wife, your girl, your ex-woman. Big up to the two of you. But most importantly, respect to Lady Turner. Oh! Cigars, please. Oh. You can get this song on Spotify. You can get this song on iTunes, Amazon Music, whichever one that you guys like to use, folks. SoundCloud, whichever one. I highly recommend you guys go see the movie Air. You may get the soundtrack on that as well. Oh, Shaka. Ah! Bringing you back to life, baby. Oh. Uh-huh. Okay, seriously, let's get to the thing. Eh. Oh, yes. Today, boxing fans, the announcement that we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Folks, according to the boxing report, we are here. Now, on July 29th, the big fight, the fight of my generation, is finally happening. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence have put pen to paper for July 29th, when these two pugilists will meet inside the ring for all the marbles. Somebody's O's has got to go, and all the belts will be put on the line. For who will be the greatest boxer of the early 2000s in this generation? Will it be Terence Bud Crawford, who is my favorite to win this fight by knockout after what he did to Sean Porter? Or will it be Errol Spence, aka the Big Fish, who will finally put his belt on the line? Ask me for my verdict when this fight happened. Folks, place your bet early to get maximum profit on this fight, because a fish will be sauteed that night with no seasoning. Because Terence Bud Crawford will be the chef to provide you guys with the seasonings. So I will see you good folks who love boxing dearly on July 29th. From Montreal, I have good news for the Quebecers. Yes, your adopted son from Mother Russia will finally get the fight. Artur Berbatiev has been challenged to defend the belts on Quebec and Quebec on August the 19th. Yes, Montreal, rejoice, you will get the fight that you guys been asking for. He will be defending the belt proudly on August the 19th. Yvon Michel, salut. Moving on to another headliner in boxing. Mr. Devin Haney has been fined $400,000 US for shoving Lomachenko on his chest last Friday before their big fight happened. And also, according to Eddie Hearn, he wants the DAZN boxer, Mr. Devin Haney, who currently have a little contract with Top Rank Boxing for 2 bouts, to fight Rolly Romero. Folks, when I said that this young man been running from big fights, you think it was a joke. We all wanted Devin Haney to step inside the square to fight Shakur Stevenson. He said he was going to move up at 140 pounds. I thought it was to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Rolly Romero, no disrespect. You were the same boxer who was knocked out by Tank Davis with the left hand at the rope in the Barclays Center, Jay-Z's home backyard for the Nets. So, Bill Haney and Eddie Hearn would like Devin Haney to fight Rolly Romero. The same boxer who was knocked out by Gervonta Davis in that same arena. When I told you guys last Sunday when I was doing the report for Jim Brown that these guys run away from fights, they don't want the big fights. I had my reason for saying that because I had a feeling he was not going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis or take the fight with Shakur Stevenson because you know it would be an automatic death sentence in the boxing square. Good luck, because I know you're going to beat Rolly Romero. No disrespect to Rolly Romero, but it's going to be an easy fight again. You guys scared to take the big fights. Good luck on your victory, champ, when you beat Rolly Romero. As you know, we'll be waiting for if you really want to have a real fight. Oscar Valdez, respect for calling out Manu Navarrete yesterday for August the 12th of 2023. This will be a fight for the belt. So Mr. Navarrete and Sir Oscar Valdez, after what he did to Mr. Lopez the other day, as a caballero, I expect you to accept the fight and put your belt on the line without any cauchemar or any delay, if you will. And for the little affair in Ireland, Chantel Cameron has accepted to take the rematch against Katie Taylor, as I expected, because the result was botched. And again, we will see if that comes to fruition. Moving on to the big one. Tyson Fury, the affair of the Gypsy Queen, or the King, as he called himself. As we all know, back in April 29th, the contract was torn between two camps. Now, there is a potential match here for Tyson Fury to fight the Mexican-American boxer Andy Ruiz or the Australian Aussie, Dempsey McKean. We will see if they finalize his contract details. Meanwhile, as we all saw yesterday on MMA Junkie, Dana has opened the door to Tyson Fury to fight John Jones. If you really want to fight John Jones, all you got to do is say yes. All you gotta do is just say yes and take the fight. Pen the paper. The UFC will make it happen where you can fight John Bon Jones if you want. Doors open. Sign the contract. It is your turn. In the MMA business, folks, the big one is for UFC 289, where Amanda Nunes is going to put the belts on the line against Aldana from Mexico, who is a very stern boxer and very swift with the fist, as well as Amanda Nunes with the power. All bets will be on the line. And on that same card for UFC 289, I expect Charles do Bronx Oliveira to fight. I think that fight will put him in the contention for a title fight. So this will be for UFC 289. Dana, I have that cooking for you guys. Buy your pay-per-views early, and thank you, ladies, because I expect to see World War III inside the octagon. And I will take a 30 break, and I will be back with your football news. Eh, uh, uh-huh. Arsenal fans, football fans, I'm back. I took a 30, right? Oh, I took more than 30, less than a minute. Football fans, rejoice! For we come to the conclusion of this disappointing league. Disappointed. I am exhausted from this long season that Arsenal experienced. For we conceded the title to those of the Blue Mancunians in Manchester. But to begin, Arsenal fans, I will begin with us. So, good afternoon, good morning, Gunners and Gunnerettes from all over the world. Salut e buongiorno to all of you. As we all know, Arsenal has been involved in a couple of transfer rumors with the likes of Mason Mounts, with the likes of Ilkay Gerdogan. Arsenal fans, it is with great sadness to inform you that we will not sign neither Mason Mounts or Ilkay Gundogan will be coming to the Emirates. So you might as well get this idea out of your head. For Mason Mount will be going to Old Trafford this summer. The player himself has confirmed that he would like to play for Manchester United. So Arsenal fans, we are in no luck to sign Mason Mount. For Ilkay Gundogan, he will be heading back to the Etihad. The issue was over a contract. So a 2-year contract will be signed. I expect them to sign it with Manchester City. And it makes sense. Why would I lead the team that I just won the Premier League with to come to Arsenal who finished second? So Ilkay Gundogan, I will not congratulate you because you play for Manchester City, but as the player that you are individually, from mano a mano, I will give you a congratulation on your contract re-signed with Manchester City, which I do not like. As for Granit Chaka, he will be signing for Bayer Leverkusen for £13 million. They are working right now on the final details. And after Sunday's last game for Arsenal, I expect on Monday morning, Tuesday or Wednesday, before next Friday, that Granit Xhaka will sign or be unveiled by Bayer Leverkusen. Thomas Partey, folks, the big surprise for me, is looking to leave Arsenal. Ask me if I care. Hell no. Good riddance. The two clubs who are interested in Thomas Partey are Internazionale and AS Roma. There is a rumor that AC Milan want to sign him, but I do not see any reason why Milan should sign him. Milan will get Loftus Cheeks, or whatever your name is, from Chelsea to partner in the midfield with Tonali. But it's a rumor that AC Milan is targeting him. But according to what I know, the real clubs who want Thomas Partey are AS Roma and Internazionale. And because Inter is looking to replace Brozovic permanently, and Thomas Partey is looking like the candidate to replace him in the midfield, which is good for them. It will strengthen the midfield, and I will cash in on Thomas Partey's broken back and legs, so we can afford Moses Caicedo, and also put that extra fund into the purchase of Declan Rice, whose fee right now is £124 million. English tax. It have to be paid. Arsenal is also linked with James Madison from Leicester. I don't know if that's a rumor or this is to jerk my chin, but I hope that this is a good deal because if Granit Xhaka leaves, we will need an offensive 8 who can also play a 10 next to Odegaard. And who better to challenge than James Madison? And that's for Arsenal. We are still lacking on our search for our number 9 to lead our striking core or play alongside Gabriel Jesus. And so far, we're playing the duck, duck, quack, quack, goose, goose game in the market to look for a striker. And Mikel Arteta, you are doing a poor job finding me a striker at the moment. You two would do. There are plenty young strikers on the European market that you could target, such as the Canadian Jonathan Davids. You can try to look for Mr. Thuram in Germany. And yeah, there are other strikers out there we can search for. But you guys know I want Dusan Vlahovic as my main striker. And I would like to thank Manchester United for giving Chelsea an ass whooping today, 4-0. This was the whooping that was promised over the weekend by Manchester City, who could barely deliver. If it was not for Julian Alvarez, who scored that little one goal tap in, who gives City their 1-0 win over Chelsea. As for the Bundesliga, folks, this weekend there will be a title decider at the Westerfollen Stadium. Westerfollen Stadium, which is also known as the Signal Unak or Unpak, where BVB play their final game against Mayans at home. Favorites to win the game, put your money on Borussia Dortmund. This is a title decider. You bet a grand, you'll get a grand. If you put the money on Borussia Dortmund, you will cash in this Saturday. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, will be heading to Cologne to see if they can cause an upset to flip the table and become the Bundesliga gong winner this Saturday. But the money is on Borussia Dortmund. This is a guaranteed pick and a guaranteed bet. You want to cash in? Listening to what I'm saying here. A grand will get you a grand or even 1,500 if you put the money on Borussia Dortmund this Saturday. You can put the money on Bayern Munich to beat Cologne, even if they win. As long as Borussia Dortmund win the game, Dortmund win the Bundesliga. Even if Bayern Munich beat Cologne, another guaranteed bet, it will not upset the motion of who's going to be the winner of the Bundesliga. Dortmund just have to win the game and they lift the title. So these two teams are guaranteed bet for you guys this weekend out there in the football world. Bayern Munich to beat Cologne, guaranteed, and Borussia Dortmund to beat FC Mainz. Guaranteed money. You can walk out with 3 grand this Saturday. You're welcome. Now to the La Liga. I'm going to ignore the Vinicius talk because a lot of people were like, do Vinicius. Oh. I don't have time for that. Me, I'm more focused on transfers for La Liga. According to the rumors, La Masia, Harry Kane, folks. Oh, yes. Tottenham fans. Harry Kane, your precious lord, has been linked to move to Real Madrid and the quest to replace Karim Benzema, as well as Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, happy days for Tottenham fans. And finally, we have an Il Calcio this weekend, the game of the week. Inter Milan will face Atalanta for the match of the weekend. Do not miss. So let's conclude our daily sports report. And folks, enjoy your bets this weekend. I just give you a guaranteed picks. Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich. Invest your funds wisely. And I will see you guys next weekend when there are more interesting things to report on. Ta-ta, folks. Let me enjoy my titanium cigarillo. And kids, stay away from knock. stay away from tobacco. It's not good for your lungs. But if you wish to blow some steam, do you? I don't judge.